Today I'm going to show you how to perform some very basic preventative maintenance on your Honda walk-behind lawnmower. Now, although air filters could be a little different on some of the models, almost all Honda mowers use a similar design to this. So, dirty air filters, the most overlooked problem that we have. So we've had drought conditions in the last couple of years, and as you're mowing your lawn, you're kicking up a lot of dust and dirt. So I want to have you know how to take a look at this air filter to avoid ruining your motor. You have two tabs, you're going to push in on the top, and voila, the cover comes off and I have this air filter in my hand. This one, brand new, perfectly clean. What you're going to do is take that filter off, tap it on the ground, tap it on a hard surface, and you'll see a pile of dust come out. You're going to hold it up to a light, whether it's sunny or not, or a light inside. You're going to hold it up and see, can I see good light coming through it? If I can't, if it's looking at all dirty, stop in at Carl's and pick yourself up a new filter. They're relatively cheap and it can save your engine and greatly enhance your performance. You also want to make sure there's not dirt that has gotten past the filter. If there has, you're going to want to wipe that off with a brush or rag. The filter is going to go back in with the paper pleats facing out. I've seen mowers come in where they're backwards. When that happens, that just sucks all the dirt out of the filter right directly into the engine. On the front of the motor, on the front of the engine is a spark plug. That's right here. We have this rubber cap that comes off, and then I'm able to remove the spark plug and replace the spark plug. That's something that should be done annually. Generally, they don't fail annually, but it's an easy enough thing and preventative that we might as well do it. And then oil. We got to change the oil. Now the dipstick fill tube on the Hondas, which is right here on the side, and again, this is applicable to most Honda walk-behind mowers. It's right here on the side, is also the drain tube. Pretty slick. So if I'm going to change the oil, I need to warm it up first. Common mistake, I'm going to go out and change the oil. People will go out to a cold mower, flip it over on its side, and try to drain the oil. You're not going to get the oil out. So let's run this mower for a few minutes to warm it up, or better yet, I just got done mowing the lawn, so this engine's nice and warm. Now I'm going to change the oil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over on its side, like so. I'm going to grab my oil pan, which is, I don't have, but let's pretend I've got an oil pan. Bottom of a 5-gallon bucket or something is going to slide right under here. And then I'm going to take off the dipstick and drop it down back onto that and drain the oil out. That should take just a minute or so to get all the oil back out of there. Now I'm going to flip it back up on its wheels like so. I'm going to grab my bottle of Honda 1030 oil. They make this sweet little bottle right here, which is the exact amount. Perfect for a guy like me. I hate measuring. I hate popping that dipstick tube in and out several times to check it. So I'm going to take this bottle of oil, pop it in, empty the full contents in, and I've got my oil changed. The other thing I want to talk about real quick is fuel. In today's fuel, we have ethanol, which is great. It's a renewable energy source, but it also can be very damaging to small engine fuel systems. This right here is an example of a carburetor bowl. This is off a generator that sat for about a year. And you can see it's really nasty. So we can take some preventative measures. One is a product called Startron, and 1 ounce of this stuff treats 5 gallons of fuel. I want you to put Startron. Every time I go to the gas station and fill up my gas can, I want Startron in that fuel. I also want to try to get in the habit of running this thing often, right? So on a lawnmower, it's pretty easy for 6 to 8 months out of the year. But come November, December, January, February, this thing sat idle. That's when problems like this occur. So it's a really good idea is if you can go out once a month and fire that mower up. Yes, in December, it may be on the bottom of your to-do list, but if you can take that step, you're going to save yourself a lot of problems come springtime. So there's some basic general tips and maintenance ideas on how you can care for your Honda mower. Stop in at Carl's Mower and Saw today for a full supply of Honda parts, spark plugs, air filters, fuel treatments, blades, and more.